There are machines, there are motorcycles, and then there are legends, and tonight, I want to talk about a machine that doesn't just roll down asphalt but carves its name into the pavement of time. A motorcycle that was never born to follow the herd, never born to fade into the background, but built with fire in its veins to roar across America and beyond. I am talking about the Harley-Davidson FXE Super Glide, the very definition of freedom and rebellion wrapped in steel, chrome, and attitude. Before you even turn the key, before you even swing your leg over the seat, this bike already tells a story, and it is a story that has been etched into the culture of motorcycling for decades. The FXE Super Glide isn't just a machine, it's the heartbeat of a generation, the symbol of raw mechanical power married with undeniable style, the kind of bike that takes no prisoners and makes no apologies. Think about it. The world of the early 70s was changing. The motorcycle scene was torn between two worlds. The stripped-down custom choppers that represented the wild, freewheeling outlaws of the road, and the heavy, chrome-laden touring machines that appealed to the conservative rider. Harley-Davidson saw something that others didn't. They saw the hunger for something in between, something that carried the sleek swagger of a custom but the factory reliability of Milwaukee steel. And that's when Willie G. Davidson, the grandson of one of Harley's founders, sketched a vision that would change the course of the company forever. His answer was the Super Glide, the first factory custom, a daring blend of chopper styling with the backbone of the Big Twin. And when the FXE Super Glide hit the streets, the crowd turned their heads, some in awe, some in shock, but none could ignore it. Now let's talk power, because what's a Harley without power? At its core beats the 74 cubic inch Shovelhead V-twin engine, a piece of mechanical art that doesn't whisper, it growls. It's not about screaming high revs like some imported machine, it's about torque that feels like thunder rolling through your bones. Twist the throttle, and you don't just accelerate. You surge, you dominate, you take the road by the throat and remind it who's boss. Every cylinder fires with a cadence that could be recognized from miles away, a sound so pure, so unmistakably Harley, it became an anthem of freedom. The FXE Super Glide wasn't about numbers on paper, it was about what you felt in your chest when the bike came alive beneath you. But let's not stop at power alone, because this machine had personality. It wasn't just an engine in a frame. It had attitude in every bolt. The long, raked front end gave it the stance of a street warrior. The lean lines stripped away the unnecessary, leaving only what mattered. That boat tail rear fender, love it or hate it, made sure this motorcycle never blended in with the crowd. It wasn't trying to please everyone, it was daring you to take a side. This was Harley-Davidson saying, we don't build for the timid. We build for those who want to be seen, heard, and remembered. And the FXE Super Glide delivered exactly that. Price. Let's talk about value. When this motorcycle rolled into the showroom in the early 70s, it was priced to make a statement. For less than the cost of a brand new car, you could own a factory custom Harley-Davidson, a motorcycle that carried both heritage and rebellion in equal measure. Today, collectors and enthusiasts hunt these bikes down not just because they're rare, but because they represent the birth of an era, the beginning of the factory custom, the bridge between the raw garage-built choppers and the polished machines of the modern day. What once was an affordable symbol of rebellion has now become a prized possession, a motorcycle that, in pristine condition, can fetch far more than its original price tag. And let me tell you about the hidden strengths, the things you don't see until you own one. The FXE Super Glide wasn't weighed down with unnecessary electronics or plastic covers. This was metal and muscle, a bike you could wrench on yourself, a bike that invited you to know it, to bond with it, to make it yours. It had the kind of simplicity that meant reliability, the kind of design that meant you could strip it, modify it, customize it until it was a reflection of your own spirit. It wasn't just transportation, it was transformation. Riders didn't just ride the Super Glide, they became part of it, and it became part of them. That's why so many old Super Glides still rumble down the highways today. They were built to last, built to carry stories, built to be handed down like heirlooms of rebellion. And if you think this was just about mechanics, you're missing the bigger picture. This motorcycle was culture. It was Rolling Stone covers, it was Easy Rider vibes, it was that sense that when you fired it up, you weren't just going for a ride, you were joining a movement. The FXE Super Glide was the factory's nod to the custom world, but more than that, It was Harley's statement that they were not afraid to evolve, not afraid to take risks, not afraid to create something bold. Riders who bought this bike weren't just customers, they were pioneers, the ones who dared to straddle the line between tradition and rebellion. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine it. The key clicks. The starter engages. That shovelhead coughs once, twice, and then erupts into a deep, steady rumble. The chrome catches the sunlight. The tank glistens with that iconic Harley badge. You roll it forward, the clutch bites, and suddenly the road isn't just asphalt, it's your kingdom. The world blurs, the wind tears at your jacket, and every heartbeat syncs with the rhythm of those pistons. That's the Super Glide experience. That's why people still whisper its name with respect. Now let me leave you with this thought. Motorcycles come and go, models rise and fall, but very few change the course of history. The FXE Super Glide